Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday night slash evening slash wherever. This is another episode, of course, All Around Advanced, the number one show for everything about Advanced in RGL Season 5. I am your host, Terry, of course, and today I am joined by the checkmark man himself, roamer extraordinaire, Cat Posse's very own Toss. How are you today?
I'm feeling great. How about you?
I'm doing good. So as advertised on TFTV, today's format's gonna be a little different. We're changing things up a little bit, trying to what's the word accommodate our wonderful guests. So we'll just have a Q&A type deal, AMA with Toss for like a good 15, 20 minutes, or however long we feel is appropriate. But then he'll have to take off for Highlander scrims. Wish him good luck in those, but then I will do the rest of the usual stuff with roster news and like talking about last week's matches, looking forward to next week's matches, and I'll handle that solo. So, first things first, Toss. Did you tune in to the Jamond Advanced Drip Stream?
You already know the answer to that question.
I actually don't, because
You
I don't
don't?
remember. Listen, I was
Dude,
drinking
I got
almost as much. Oh
clowned
no.
so hard. Jamon did me dirty, straight up. So during Metalworks week, I didn't wear my usual hats because I'm trying to be stealthy on a map I want to hide on a bunch. So I
Oh.
didn't wear my unusual. I didn't use my Aussie. I wore a party hat because I still think it looked pretty good. But Jamon took that, or whoever did, and then I got
Right.
goose egg.
So you got caught, but you were caught for a reason because you were trying to be sneaky and do your roamer
Yeah,
duties. So
dude, I messaged Jamon. I was like, "Yo, I see that you're gonna do this. I didn't wear my usual hats. Can you use this instead?" And he
you got caught
apparently
lacking,
I
I
was
guess.
apparently caught lacking, but I also hit a very I don't know. I played well. I think what you got to do is put the hats next to the logs, and then it'll look a little bit
Yeah,
better.
there you go. Sometimes the most important stat is the W in that the W column. And speaking of W column, y'all are looking fantastic. 8-0, perfect first half of the season so far. Obviously, 8 more matches to go. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling?
I think that we have triumphed the first half, which was the harder half, and now it should be cruising along the second half. I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're looking good for the rest of the season
Yeah, you have already
for until
played.
playoffs.
Right, you've already played like Honey Bacon Club, you've played Team Solo, you've played Portland Burnsider, so most of the other, I guess the top heavy squads, you guys have kind of taken care of business already. Now, I think you're a newer player, so you might not know this. I'm gonna educate you on some lore. Back in ESEA, all right, we have what we call the Curse of IM, all right, and this uh, legend states that no team that goes 16-0 in the division below invite ever actually wins the division. So ESEA started having IM in season 7. So season 7 all the way up to season 31, so that's what 24 seasons. Now first 4 seasons of RGL not including this one. And the team that has any team that has gone 16-0 has never won the division. Do you think your team will be the very first one in competitive TF2 history to crack this curse?
That's actually a true fact. That's
I'm not bullshitting you, dude. I'm
that
telling you,
is
every single
crazy.
team that has gone 16-0. First off, there haven't been that many 16-0 teams, to be fair, but not a single one of them has managed to win the div. And I believe towards the end of ESEA season 31, I kept track of all the number one seeded IM teams. So not the 16-0 teams, just the number one seeded teams, and only 4 of them ever actually went on to win IM. So the odds are not in your favor, but I'm sure you guys are thinking that you guys can make history. Really,
Oh
let's
yeah,
be honest.
definitely.
And I know you talked about honey bacon before in our little Steam chats as your guys' biggest threat. I can jump over to my browser so you can see the standings have shaken up a little more, and it's pretty clear that you guys and honey bacon are the top 2 teams of the division right now. I know you said you were looking at this team as the other potential threat, right? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Honey Bacon Club, just I don't know. In scrims we usually beat them, but out of all the teams we usually scrim, they tend to give us the most fight. But also, I'm looking at the team that Det joined. Fig got caught from. I can't exactly remember the name of it, but that one, because Jet joined, I think he's a possibly a better demo than Fig. I'm kind of worried about that one now.
So that is the Portland Burnsiders. Yes, this is
Yeah,
part of the roster news. So I'll get to this a little bit more in detail later. But yes, Fig is out and Det is in. So we'll see what happens with this team. Are you guys scrimming them this week? I know I'm scrimming them this week. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing how they'll do with the new demo man as well.
I think we have a wiki with them. Maybe Shining can verify that.
Okay, okay.
But they were probably for matches they gave us the most fight, even though product isn't like our best map. But yeah,
Yeah, it was a 4-2 on Tuesday of last week. I can't remember if I watched this game on my stream or not, revisiting it, but I watched a lot of Viaduct, so I'm not sure. Um, Shining Star says you guys are scrimming them on Tuesday, so there you go. Yeah, those were all the questions off the top of my head. Just wanted to collect your thoughts on how you feel your team's doing, and then I wanted to bring up the curse, the big spooky curse that might linger over your heads now. But let's see. Where's the chat? Give me some questions, chat, from Mr. Checkmark Man himself. Also, Shining Star said that she was middle of the pack in terms of the drip rating with a 1.5. So that's the struggle.
let me first off say that goose egg was uncalled for. All right, my hat, even with the party hat, I look drippy as fuck. And with my unusual, I'd say it's a solid 8.
Oh, were you one of the people that sent message to Jermon and were saying yo, dude, that's not my actual loadout. I have something better, and then you.
I did that to him like a week in advance.
Okay. Well, sometimes you just get God, I guess. But
I really did.
again, at the end of the day, I think you guys are focused on a little bit more important things other than your drip rating and your team drip scores. I mean, like I said, 38 rounds won, only 6 rounds lost so far. I mean, for the lack of a better word, I would say cruising through advance right now. And like you and I have already mentioned, you've already played Honey Bacon Club, you've already played Team Solo. Have you played the Goblin Zone yet? Maybe you guys are playing this week. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're playing the Goblin Zone, and I buy WinRAR this week. Now, Goblin Zone, I talked about this on my Friday stream, but I feel like outside of you guys, for obviously being 8-0 and undefeated and all that, I feel like Goblin Zone have had the most momentum in the entire div so far because they started out 0-2 and then just kind of reeled off a series of wins outside of one loss to Dynasty. Have you scrimmed these guys? You know about their gimmicks, their jank?
We know, at least I know, Tom and Waller are jumper mains. They like to do some funny shenanigans. But I don't know. We have scrimmed them before. They didn't put up much of a fight, like most teams in this division.
So the thing with the Goblin Zone I know is that they like doing the funny shit. So Muma was spotted using Beggar's Bazooka during Villa Week. On Metalworks they ran full-time pyro. They ran 2 full-time pyros apparently against the Cap and Fappin team. So I guess you're heading into Sunshine. I'm not sure what the Beggar's strats are on Sunshine, but
Beggars is actually, or Sunshine's a very good Beggars map.
Yeah, so that might have to be something you, or maybe not you specifically, but Ray and Shining Star gotta keep in the back of their minds. Otherwise, you get surprised by a big old Muma dumpster diver bomb. But then the other team you're playing, I buy WinRAR. That's the Air team, of course, Air on Scout. And then they recently picked up Fig. So that will also, I would assume, be pretty interesting. I'm assuming you guys have also scrimmed the Air team before and kind of have a pretty good feel on what they are as a team and all that jazz.
Could you click on their team? Just remind me the players on it.
Yeah, so I buy WinRAR is Air and Apt on Scout. They have Styles on Medic, MC on Demoman, and now they have replaced Vanksy with Fig, which is ironic because Fig was playing on this team in the offseason.
Fig on Soldier?
Fig was the pocket during the offseason, then Fig left/got cut. They picked up Vanksy, and now Vanksy got cut, and now is replaced by Fig.
I feel about that.
So
I think Vanksy's a better soldier than Fig.
And then Grape Juice on Roamer. Yeah, I don't really have thoughts on how that process. I just find it ironic/funny that Fig ended up replacing her replacement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vanksy comes in, and then Fig comes in and gives Vanksy the boot. Yeah,
It's interesting.
the rumor mill I heard is that like Vanksy was struggling on Pocket. But again, I'm obviously not on that team. I don't really know the lore on what's going on behind them, behind those doors. And Grape Juice also told me yesterday that they might not be done. Oh, what did Fig just message you?
Said I can't wait to own you on Tuesday.
Oh shit! Wait, you guys are playing Thursday though.
Yeah, Fig, get shit straight. What the hell? Fig, what do you want about?
Alright, so that'll be a showdown happening Thursday. Already the trash talk coming in from Fig's side. Where are the viewers at? Give me some questions for Toss, please. Yeah, maybe a couple minutes of this man's time, generous to hang out with us on this Sunday evening before Highlander scrims. Yo, what div are you playing in Highlander, dude? I don't actually know anything about
Challenger.
Highlander. Okay, Challenger, I know this because of people I talked to yesterday. Challenger is the div below Invite. So you're like right there pretty much.
Technically, I'm playing in a higher division than I am in sixes.
Oh, yeah, it's weird.
Kinda.
It's weird,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Because
weird.
like Challenger is above Advanced, but it's also the div right below Invite, and Advanced is
Yeah.
the div below Invite in sixes. So you're like sort of at the same level. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, if it was like Div 1 and Div 2, then if I'd be playing in Div 1, it's the same. But it's weird.
Yeah, I guess because Highlander added that new div, so there's like it's Invite, then Challenger, then Advanced, and then Main. Whereas in sixes, it's only Invite, Advanced, then Main because they re-merged Div 1 and Div 2. Oh, this chat is just silent tonight. What is going on? Everyone's just burnt out from the drip stream, dude. That Jamon stream was a treat. I tell you what, that man was vibing for like 4.5 hours. Bro, I just got here. What's going on, says Artist. We're fielding any chat questions for Toss. We have a couple more minutes of his time before I get into the nitty gritty of all the other advanced stuff. But we've just been chatting with Toss. He's been feeling good about his season. He's been educated about the curse of IM, and so now he knows. Now he knows that if his team doesn't end up winning, he knows who to blame it on, aka me. But I mean, who knows? I feel like out of all the teams that have been the number one seed in the past, I feel like this team's kind of got all the ingredients lined up. I mean, this is like 5, 6, well, I guess KTB and Kurama are new, but like the core of the team that placed in Div 2, got second in Div 2 is all the way back. They've been scrimming hard. They've got crazy good DM. What did artist say? I don't have questions, but shout out Toss for coaching me through jump_ninja cookie. And then you said don't commit. I have never heard of this map before. I'm assume it's shenanigans.
It's a very funny joke.
Okay, okay. Well, shit. I mean, no one wants to ask Toss anything, dude. Look at this.
If you want to go through like what you usually do, I can comment here or there.
Okay, all right. Well, again, if you have to dip and go prepare for Highlander, by all means, just let me know. We'll start. How is Howard's team? Who is? Is there a Howard? Am I lost?
Is that invite?
Oh, bruh.
Howard. Oh, dude.
Bruh.
Why'd you do that to him?
I've been owned live on stream, ladies and gentlemen, and just for that, we're gonna talk about a flurry of roster changes. Because there is a lot to talk about because the advanced roller coaster just don't stop. We've alluded to this before, but Portland Burnsiders are parting ways with Fig, who is now jumping ship back to I by WinRAR. And then Yerb told me Tony is also done. So to replace Fig, they're going to pick up Det on Demo Man, and then to replace Tony temporarily, they're going to have Dylan, formerly of AG, Allen Gaming, last season in Advanced. I don't know what their long-term solution is for him, but that's all I got. I know, Toss, you were saying that team is maybe a little bit more on your radar now because Det is, I guess, on the roster now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think Det just, I don't know, he has the ability to completely counter me in any team he plays. Even in Pugs, I don't know. I cannot heal that guy.
He's got your number.
He really does. He's like the one demo I just like cannot touch.
Yeah, I see that man pugging like 24 hours a day or something like that. So maybe that's his. It gives him his just this raw energy that makes them survive your rockets and shit like that. Again, we talked about I buy WinRAR. They're losing Banksy and picking up Fig, and there are potentially more changes in the horizon, teased by Grape Juice the Third himself. Though I guess the details of those are not concrete yet. I heard that from Supreme Toad, aka Marty, Feet Picks, the Highlander players, the Token Highlander team, they are gonna get RJ on Demo Man. So
Who was their last one?
their last demo was Paren. So this is Feet Picks.
Hmm.
I don't remember playing against RJ before when they were called the Bradman Bunch a couple seasons ago in Div
Isn't
2.
RJ Gun's biggest fan?
I don't think that's the same person. I could be wrong. But I guess
I think, yeah, no, I don't think it is. RJ, I know RJ. He's a Highlander demo.
Yeah, I think he played demo on the Bradman Bunch in season 3 Div 2. Again, I could be wrong. I didn't like fully investigate this matter, but that's all I know about Feet Picks. On Cap and Fappin's team, the Yas team, they lost Fax Machine, they picked up Headless, and then they switched Sayla, or Opebo as some might know her as, back to Soldier. I think this is like the 4th time Sayla has gone from Scout to Soldier or Soldier to Scout, so like they just can't make up their mind with what they want Sayla to play, which is kind of funny, kind of sad at the same time. I know that St. Jude's, the cadet team, they picked up Screwbee on Medic. So Screwball was previously playing for the Predatory Lending Practices team on Soldier, but now he's going back to Medic, a class I'm sure he has a love-hate relationship at this point. And yeah, so he'll be playing on St. Jude's as Medic. And then the only other one I have to bring up is Rock Bottom. This team has been through it, man. They
To the
are
Tibby
pretty
team?
much, yeah, they've been
Shout out
pretty much
Tibby.
on life support just like every week, trying to figure out a roster, trying to stay alive. So first off, I commend Tibby for, doing his leader thing and trying to get a squad together. Hopefully, that these rough waters smooth themselves out, especially now that we're heading into the second half of the season. But from what I know, Rock Bottom is now parting ways with Knockers. They have picked up Cammy and they have picked up Percy. So that is an older player, played in IM a couple seasons, maybe even placed top 4 in during the ESEA days. So that's definitely a veteran presence for them. And again, I hope that stuff smooths out. And again, they are not out of it. They're 3-5. We have a lot of teams in that 5-3 to 3-5 range. In fact, literally, if you're not Cat Posse or Honey Bacon Club, you are like hella competing. Like it's just a bunch of sharks in the water. And again, that's what I predicted would happen the entire season. And halfway through, 4 weeks in, that's been exactly the case.
I can definitely agree with that. I think almost every team has the chance of winning or getting into playoffs.
Yeah, the way I saw it was like outside of Cat Posse and Honey Bacon, who unless you guys have a like historic crumble in the second half, which I just don't see
Well,
happening,
on French.
unless that happens, like that's going to be 6 playoff spots up for grabs. So again, it's about who's going to be able to clutch out those dubs on match days. It's about who's going to be putting in the work. And I think I said like I can see a 9-7 team depending on your rounds, the round percentage, how that shakes up. But I can definitely see 9-7 being good enough for playoffs given how competitive it is. Like right now, look at it. If playoffs started today, there are 2 teams that are 4-4 that would have made playoffs, right? So like it's only gonna keep on being this vicious and this competitive back and forth between all these teams for the remainder of the season. And then supposedly Dior Addicts was dead, but then they're not dead, and then they're dead again, but then they're also not dead because they're scrimming tonight. So I don't know, man. There's just a couple of teams in advance this season that are just they're living very dangerously. So I guess we'll see if they're alive or not when the actual matches come through. But for now, I would assume they're alive. They had a pretty good Viaduct week, but this week they're going to be playing Team Solo, and Dynasty. So who knows how that will go. And that's actually I forgot. Speaking of TSU or TSM, supposedly Reno is stepping down from the team. She was their medic, but has
Oh, I
to
know.
step down because of school. So I'm not exactly sure what their plans are to replace. I know last week they had playing medic on Viaduct, so I don't know if they're gonna stick with that or again do another musical chairs and shuffle things around. They have a ton of players on their roster. They got row pieces. They just have Zam. They have X Lizard, Carson, Hayes. So I'm sure they will figure something out, but Reno is no longer going to be playing for them due to school. and that will actually wrap up all the roster transactions. Now, if we look at Viaduct Week, you know, lots of crazy 4-3 games. I know Artis is in the chat. He had two 4-3 games, close dubs. And again, you guys had a pretty, I would say, straightforward week. You beat Lobsters, you beat the Burnsiders, and just another day in the office for you guys. But the other matches I watched, Lobsters had a very close game against iBuyWinrar. I think Lobsters were up like 2-0 or something like that, but then unfortunately couldn't quite hang on. The new Box Tap team came back and laid the smackdown on the Cap and Fappin squad, and then they also had a very close game against St. Jude's, the cadet team. So Box Tap is looking good. The Revival, the Return, they're sitting pretty 4-4 again, like a lot of the other teams in the division, and looking to make that second half surge, make that playoffs run. And then, oops, I clicked incorrectly. Week 4B. The rest, second half of Viaduct Week, I pretty much more or less the same. Another couple of 4-3s here and there. I would say the big story was the Goblin Zone victory over the team, 4-2. It seemed like Hedge was doing a lot of damage. It seemed like Muma and Tomato Tom were doing their tier 5 jumps all over the place. Jets asking, why did Grape Juice team unready? So they lost Vanksy and are picking up Fig, but because Fig has not joined the roster yet, they do not have 6 paid players. So that's why they are, I guess, awkwardly sitting at the bottom of the div right now. But they are very much alive. They just need Fig to join.
Has he joined? It's just
not yet. I believe that is a transaction that is in the process of being made. But yeah, Viaduct Week was crazy, as Viaduct Week often is. But looking into Sunshine here, looking at the first slate of games on Tuesday, again, Cat Posse versus Goblin Zone. I mean, I would say Goblin Zone is pretty much like the last team of the upper echelon standing in Cat Posse's way, right? Because you've played all the other top teams already. And you just have to be wary of all the shenanigans, the uncommon stuff sightings out of Muma, out of Tomato Tom, out of Waldo, maybe a Force of Nature here and there. But then other games, yeah, Fig cut for Vanksy and then Vanksy cut for Fig. Yeah, it's just the cycle, dude. An Ouroboros of players coming in and out of the pocket space for iBuyWinrar. And then the other games I'm looking at here, I'm looking at Team Solo versus Gaming. That's the Xanda Frick My Nick team. Scream, of course. Shoutouts to Scream for being the least drippiest player in all of Advanced. So his pride is on the line as he heads up against the squad on Sunshine Week. We'll see what he can do on Soldier. As I remember him saying on TFTV, his drip was so bad that it forced him off of Scout back to Soldier. And then...
Good one.
And then let's see, week 5B here. If we're looking at these matches, anything here might catch your eye, Toss, from like just a outside perspective, or anything you might think would be a good game to watch? Maybe not the day of, or like later on.
The first one looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, so the team versus the Cavito team. Again, rumors are floating around that the Cavito team might be dead, but who really knows with those guys?
I was upset. I thought they were actually like a lot of up and coming players. Like, I thought they could have done a lot better, but probably not what they wanted. Have 2 of their players be like banned completely for cheating.
So lots of controversy surrounding that team. Definitely.
Very funny.
Yeah, very cool to cheat in a video game. Very cool. I'm just kidding. It's not. Don't be a fucking idiot.
Agreed.
And then the other games I'm looking at, Goblin Zone have to play Honey Bacon as well, so they got one hell of a Sunshine Week coming up. We'll see if their momentum / their upward trend is for real, or if they're just gonna stumble against the current 2 top teams in the division. Gaming is also gonna play Portland Burnsiders, so Gaming also has one hell of a week coming up. And then I don't know. I feel like again, all the other teams are close, right? If you're not number 1 and number 2 right now in the standings, you could pretty much win or lose against every other team, I feel. So we'll really see as the results shake up. And again, we're heading into that second half of the season. This is that the second final stretch. You really need to, come in clutch, make sure you get those W's. Or if you do lose, make sure you take as many rounds as possible because you never know when those rounds are going to come in handy and be the difference between making playoffs and sitting on the outside looking in and watching on. Shining Star saying that roster has had 4 cheaters on it. Yeah, I don't have any sympathy for cheaters, so like,
I forgot.
if that team just like collapses, I'm not going to bat a single eyelash, honestly. Penny asking,
Yeah,
can someone run
Shining is
perma
right.
heavy? Paniferous asking, can someone run perma heavy on clear cut week? That's gonna be that's like week 7, so I'm not gonna have to think about that potential nightmare until later. Clear cut is a map in the pool. That is all I can say. Yeah, it's the same roster. Yeah, RGL, we all know, very, very quality website. You don't actually get to keep your roster season to season, so you have to make a new one. Yes, it's very cool. My favorite is the part on the team page where it says past seasons, and it says team does not have past seasons, because it's like, of course this team doesn't have fucking past seasons. You have to make a new one every goddamn season, so. Jet saying, I can ring heavy, I've been practicing lately. Oh, God. Alright,
Does the past season thing only work for, like, invite?
No, it doesn't even work for invite. Watch this. I'm gonna go to Froyo Tech because this team's been around, and they got nothing. Because RGL,
What's the point of
exactly. It's a very cool website, as we've seen.
Slow website.
Yeah, it's been 5 seasons now, and that function this exists with no actual function. So, who knows? Maybe season 7 will give us like usable team pages that can carry over season to season. We'll just have to wait and see. Kurama saying, damn, you really tapped in Toss and not me. I'll be honest, Kurama, I flipped a coin because I knew I was either going to get Toss or Kurama, and the coin spoken, and I got Toss, and he's here, and I'm glad he is. We've been having a good old time. But I think that's pretty much it. We talked about the roster changes. We had some nice little chat with Toss. We talked about Viaduct Week, talked about Sunshine Week ahead of us. I don't have really anything else to say. I'm going to do some shoutouts real quick, and then I'll pass the torch to you, my good friend. But first off, of course, the Jamon advanced stream, that was a treat. We all love our advanced admin here. He's been doing great work. Shoutouts to him. And Flescore, of course, our Frog Lord moderator, doing a great job. What's it called? The drip stream, Oni from lobsters.tf was the sole recipient of a perfect 10 out of 10 rating. He was the most drippiest player. Scream, Oni, the demo on Lobsters.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the only player, I think, in the entire division to get a 10. So
I should have got a 10.
maybe the next one. Maybe you can redeem yourself in the next one.
The next one in invite.
Oh, there we go. That's what I like to hear. So Oni got the most drip. Scream got the least strip. The team with the most strip overall was Romney5, the Slicer team. Shoutouts to those boys. The team with the least strip was Watch This. So we can watch their gameplay, maybe not their cosmetics. I'm gonna shout out Shunik. He's doing this 1K prize pool juggling act. You practice your. He's trying to kill every soldier main, make them look like clowns with all the juggling that they're gonna have to do. Have you tried that actually?
Yeah, I was gonna ask what was your PV?
Oh, I didn't. I'm not doing that shit.
You didn't even try it?
Dude, I'm garbage at this game. I can't play soldier, man. You expect me to juggle a ball for more than 2 times? No, not happening. Not happening.
I played it for like I want to say like 4 hours in one day, and I got like a 39.
Damn. Okay. Well, I have no idea what the leaderboards are looking like, but hopefully you'll.
I think number 1 right now is like 140.
Oh my Jesus Christ! 140. That's actually insane.
After the day 1, I heard that. I'm like, yeah, there's no chance.
Yeah, you give up. Yeah. You just throw in the towel right then and there. Although my favorite part about the Shunik juggling contest is that second place gets 2 scrap metal, and then third place gets 3 scrap metal.
Yeah, I was actually like, it's a funny joke and all, but really, I wish there was more prizes for the runner-up contestants.
Right. Yeah.
Because then I would actually spend more time on it instead of just giving up after the first day because someone got 140.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit more fight to have.
Because I felt like, I don't know, I could have done a lot more. I could have maybe made top 5, but there's just no incentive.
Right. I mean, what are you talking about? Scrap metal, dude. You can get new hats. You can get new hats for your invite trip next season. Come on.
I literally can play the game for half an hour and get 2 weapon drops. Like,
True. So we talked about the drip stream, talked about Shunik, um, and then maybe I had something else, but I didn't write it down. So it is Lost to the Winds, and I'm gonna just hand the mic over to you. Any shout outs you want to give? Where can people, follow you? If you got a Twitter, got Twitch,
Oh
the
yeah, you guys
floor
should
is
all
yours.
follow. Everyone go follow my YouTube, follow my Twitch. My Twitch, I just put a just go to my Twitch right there. Follow it. Thank you, everyone. And follow my YouTube. It's just Toss. Should I go link it or something?
Yeah, I think you should be able to link in chat. So absolutely feel free to do that.
All right. I would also like to shout out everyone on my team. You're all beasts. Everyone.
Let's go.
I don't think I got. I'll show you up my name. Ray, very good. Shining Star, Beast. KTB, that guy's an insane soldier. Yum Yum, perfect DM player. And Kurama, glad I finally met you. Even though I didn't know who you were before, you're an amazing guy. Great demo.
Phase up. Oh wait,
Yo,
you didn't shout out it.
also shout out. No, dude, you're already ahead of me in everything. You don't need more shoutouts. All right, everyone, go sub to my YouTube. Like my frag video. I'm gonna make another frag video. Soldier Clips 5 after this season. It's gonna be very epic. What else is there? Shout out to Game Time. People don't know that, but it's my little group of friends.
Nice, dude.
That's all.
Never forget your roots. You love to see it. Yeah, that's gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. This was another episode of All Around Advanced. I'm Terry. I was joined by Toss, and we'll be seeing you next week after Sunshine Week. Good luck in all of your matches, everybody. If you're one of those teams right now that is struggling to stay alive, I'm sending my thoughts and prayers your way. Hang in there. You guys can do it, and we'll continue to have another really good week of another great season. And until next time.
Thank you for having me.